How's it going, everybody? Good morning. Happy Friday. If you missed it, Jack Curry did an interview with Hal Steinbrenner where he went on the record and said he would like to re-sign Juan Soto. But I also did my own interview with Hal Steinbrenner, and here's what he told me.
I won't pay.
What will the Yankees do when Gleyber Torres is gone and they're bringing up George Lombard Jr. or Roderick Arias? Do you think there's a chance that they move Volpe to second, Lombard to short, or Arias to short, or do you think they'd leave Volpe at shortstop, put them at second or third? I don't think both prospects will hit, but for lucky, one out of the two will.
Well, right now they're both hitting 208 in single A, so I don't think this is a problem that we need to address right away. But let's just pretend that they both go on amazing heaters and we're somehow ready for next season. It would also depend on the kind of defensive year that Anthony Volpe had. Anthony Volpe's having a very good defensive season. Now, we've looked at his arm strength. It's in the bottom third of the league for shortstops, so maybe he would be better at second base. His range would be amazing at second base. But right now, I can't see the Yankees moving him off that position unless somebody comes in and blows them away, and neither one of those guys is anywhere close. Yorbit Vivas is a second baseman. He's injured right now, but I think he's got the best chance to crack the Yankees infield next season. You've also got Oswald Peraza. He is tearing the cover off the ball in his rehab assignment. Let's say that he performs when he comes up this year. That gives the Yankees another option up the middle. Now, Hal Steinbrenner said last season that he sees Volpe and Peraza as the future up the middle. Obviously, Volpe won the shortstop competition, but we've seen Peraza play shortstop. He's got a better arm. He's a better defender. It's not a bad problem to have two Gold Glove caliber shortstops on the same roster. So we'll see how it plays out, but it's an interesting question and an interesting thought experiment.
I vote we trade that lefty Ferguson that you can't stand for this other lefty on the Kansas City Royals. Now, he's not a put-away kind of guy, but he's won the past 3 World Series on 3 different teams. The name is Will Smith. I say we trade for him. Get anybody else in that bullpen besides that guy Ferguson, right? But if we get this guy, he might be a good luck charm if we can stay hot. Obviously, the Royals, they're not in any position to let go of their division yet, but you never know what the next 2 months are going to hold. I'd like to get reinforcements for that bullpen come trade deadline time if we're still up there and competing the way we are now.
I can guarantee you that the Yankees are going to add reinforcements throughout the roster. Given the way that they've started this year, they've proven that they're for real. Their nemesis, the Houston Astros, are not off to a good start. They've been shown to be a little bit weaker this year. Right now, the Yankees' main competition to go to the World Series from the American League has got to be considered the Baltimore Orioles. So the Yankees are not only going to bolster their roster to compete in the East, but to potentially get to the World Series by beating these guys in a short playoff series. We just saw what the Orioles did to the Yankees in a series at Camden Yards. They are a formidable opponent, so the Yankees are going to have to add reinforcements. Now, Will Smith, is he the guy? I don't know. It could be a number of guys. It's probably going to be somebody that we've never heard of, but this is one of those years where I don't think they need to go out and get a major star, a big bat, a frontline starter. Like, I don't see them going out and trading for a number 1 starter or trying to get a dominant closer. I think they need little pieces, role players, especially in the bullpen, because early in the season we didn't get a lot of length out of the starters. Now, thankfully, that has changed lately, but you can't count on that all season long. So some guys are going to wear out. We're also getting Efros back. We're also getting Tommy Kahnle back. One area where I completely trust Brian Cashman is to find those obscure guys that nobody's really hot on other than the Yankees and bring them in and transform them into quality pitchers like they did with Clay Holmes, like they did with Luke Weaver. So keep an eye on that, but I don't see any major stars coming our way.
What do you think the Yankees would do this offseason? Even though we're still early in the year and Gleyber Torres can still come back, do you think after this year they will be re-signing him or maybe try to re-sign somebody else?
I don't think there's any chance that Gleyber Torres comes back next season. I just don't. I think that money's going to go towards Juan Soto, and judging from the comments that Hal Steinbrenner made yesterday, I think he's going to make him a big offer this season to try and prevent him from ever getting to free agency. Now, Gleyber Torres has had some nice moments for the Yankees, and I want him to have a good season, but I just can't see the Yankees handing out $50, $60 million. Couple more voicemails, but first, a word from Logjam. Looking to boost your sports betting game? Meet Logjam, the ultimate ally for data-driven wagering. With 260-plus sports books, it's your go-to platform. Here's how it works. Logjam's arbitrage tool spots differences in betting lines, letting you lock in risk-free profits. Plus, optimize bets with a positive EV calculator and track profits with a convenient bet tracker. Try it risk-free with a 7-day trial. Use code RECAPS for 35% off your first month. Link is in the description. Bet smart. Bet responsibly with Logjam.
Well, Derek, when you're right, you're right. When all the Yankee fans were so worried about Judge, saying Judge is a bum, Judge is the worst ever, Judge is going to get benched, and I said, hey, just wait.
Yeah, some of us remained calm. Some of us remained sane when Aaron Judge was struggling. And if you're one of those people who bets on sports or perhaps uses Logjam, take the over on Aaron Judge this weekend. He's coming home. He's swinging the bat in a red-hot way this May. And we're going to be facing some pitching with the White Sox that is not very strong. So I expect Aaron Judge to have a monster weekend, maybe 3 or 4 home runs in the next 3 games. That's kind of what I'm projecting from Aaron Judge. And before you know it, I think he's going to be hitting 300, and I think he's going to be leading the major leagues in home runs.
Hey, Derek, it's Spike from New Jersey. I just wanted to say it is awesome to see the Yankees completely dominate a series. From the beginning of the first game all the way to the final out, there was never a moment where I felt like we were losing control of the game. They just destroyed the Twins, as they should. Even though they're a great team, we always destroy the Twins. What I really want to talk about today was something that's not really being talked about too much right now. You have mentioned it, but I think it's important to bring back up. Having a real left fielder. Alex Verdugo out there in the outfield, he is flagging balls down every game that I know for a fact Jake Bowers or IKF will be dropping at least 2 or 3 of those balls or not getting to them.
I think you're right when you say they wouldn't get there. Alex Verdugo gets to a lot of balls that I don't think these substitute outfielders would get to because he takes better routes. Because imagine this, he's been an outfielder for his whole career. He knows how to play the outfield. And I think he's doing a fantastic job. I don't know if the Yankees are going to re-sign him, but he's going to be with the Yanks the rest of the season. He's just the type of guy that I expect to come up big in the playoffs because he feasts off of the energy of the team, of the crowd, and of playing in New York.
Hi, Derek. Your boy Simon calling from New Haven, Connecticut in Bella Vista. Well, the message I want to have played is Aaron Judge is really coming around now, huh? All those people that doubted him and they wanted to give up on him, now they got to eat crow.
Next time that he goes through a slump like that and he starts to get those comments, trade him, do this and that, I'm going to keep track of the names. We're going to keep the receipts next time so that we can call these people out as being fake fans. Also, congratulations to Simon Rosenthal. First time he's ever called in and not demanded that the Yankees fire Boone.
Hey, Derek. This is Teddy Moe from the Upper East Side of New York City. I'm glad that Aaron Judge is doing much better now. I called you a couple of weeks ago. I thought he was injured because I thought he was wincing while he was chewing his gum. That's how deep it was. However, look at him now. He can't miss a thing. And you put me at ease when you reminded me of Mark Teixeira having such awful Aprils. He was horrible back then, during April. And Clark Schmidt has to stay in the rotation, and so does Luis Hill. They're our best starters right now. I like them over Rodon, period.
I think the way Clark Schmidt is pitching, he is not going anywhere except possibly to the All-Star game. In my mind, if you have to make the decision right now, Nestor Cortez would be the guy that would go to the bullpen, and I think the Yankees would just DFA Caleb Ferguson. That's the way I would go anyway, but you know, you never know what Brian Cashman will do, what tricks they have up their sleeves in this organization, so stay tuned.